appreciate the work. We're just trying to avoid anything that twists in the sky.
Did you jump ship?
That's right. Well, you know, remember back when we had all those tornadoes, was it 2011? And I was working at Nucor there in Decatur.
And the other thing is, we've all sinned and fall short of the glory of God. You know, we've all sinned and fall short of the glory of God. Yeah.
Water circulating the pump. It didn't melt through. So we get the power back to the pump. Cooling water going. And we went out there to put it in. That's that five, the outer part of the that's in there.
Nobody's in there.
Green and doing this.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they're going to want that.
So after I used to keep my
Okay, it's 3:02. Let's get the state government meeting started so we can try to get out of here before this bad weather, or either right in the middle of it, one of the two. Okay, clerk, please call the roll.
Representative Sells.
Here.
Representative Bedsole. Here. Dr. Boyd. Representative Butler.
Here.
Representative Chestnut.
Here.
Representative Keel.
Here.
Representative Kirkland. Representative Lands. Here. Representative Lawrence.
Here.
Representative
Commerce.
Paramore. Representative Shaw. Representative Stothagen. Representative Wood.
Here.
Representative Yarborough.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Okay, I will say this is the smallest crowd we've had all year.
Looks good too.
Yes, so I think we need to get on through this. Okay, first up is SB 99 by Senator Bell.
I think everybody heard I was coming up, so they just avoided it.
There you go. Well, welcome to state government, Senator.
The one time the weather makes it quiet around this building. What SB 99 is basically a compliance audit examination over the AHSAA. They take a lot of money, comes through gate receipts, comes through public monies. It's just a one-time audit. Then the speaker and the pro tem will appoint a committee, look at that audit, and hopefully everything comes back, everything's clean, and there's never anything needed to be done. That's about simple. That's all it is.
Okay, do we have any questions? Do we have any questions? Okay, we have a motion and a second by Paramore. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Yes, sir, your bill passes. Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Next up is SB 155 by Senator Chambliss, and I think, there you go.
I can still talk about the bill, but I don't have my copy. SB 155, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I didn't mean to skip ahead. 155 has to do with the Joint Transportation Committee. It's an oversight committee. Many of y'all are members on it. There was a clarification of the reporting duties. There was a debate between Revenue and the Department of Transportation. It wasn't made clear in the bill. This bill actually clarifies that the Department of Revenue is the one that will give that information to the Joint Transportation Committee. And then there was a report from some oversight. There was one report that now we're not doing it annually to waste resources on a report that's not needed, but it's only going to come up as needed and as requested.
Okay, any questions? We have a motion. So moved by Representative Yarborough, second by Representative Shaw. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Thank you, Representative Wilcox. Bill passes. Chairman
Thank you, committee. I
Wilcox, thank you.
appreciate you.
Okay, next up is HB 424 by Representative Mooney. Bring your chair with you. It'll be okay.
My wife said I needed to lose 30 pounds. I guess now Erica will enforce that as well. Thank you, Mr. Chairman and committee. In sharing information with you about this, it's a very short bill. It's a preemptive bill that relates to the World Health Organization, the World Economic Forum. For nearly a year, a group of patriotic, public policy-minded leaders and medical practitioners, lawyers, nonprofit leaders, and activist organizations and other influential individuals have worked diligently in concert under the banner of the Sovereignty Coalition to warn about these agreements that are being negotiated internationally that relate to the World Health Organization, WHO, if you would use that an acronym, and the WEF, which is the World Economic Forum. The object of these negotiations is to produce two treaties that would give the WHO's Director General unprecedented power to declare whatever he deems to be actual potential public health emergencies of international concern and dictate what must be done in response. The end game of finalizing these treaties looms on May the 27th, and despite the evidence of serious problems with both of the accord, efforts to mislead people here in our nation and our state have gone on and are ramping up. And it's at the hands of the World Health Organization's bureaucracy that we see that these type things are continuing. If they're left uncorrected, there'll be repercussions that could literally be, I believe, deadly and serious to our population. We face a situation that internationally involves a lot of, I hate to name names and cause problems.
You don't have to.
naming
We have an amendment. You want to talk about your amendment?
The amendment is, I think,
Wait,
Okay, let's hear about the amendment. Who has the amendment? Representative Butler will present the amendment.
Adopt the amendment, which basically just puts it in, this act shall become effective immediately.
Okay, do I have a
I
second?
just simply,
Second by Yarborough. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed?
wait a minute.
Okay,
minute.
I'm sorry, I didn't.
I
say
couldn't
that.
understand. I couldn't hear what he said the amendment does. and
Okay,
then
it
The
makes the
amendment
effective
changes
date
the
immediately instead of,
Okay.
it just moves up the effective date.
If Representative Mooney would help me to understand what jurisdictions that we have
Yes,
that you
ma'am.
don't want to have now. I don't.
Okay,
know.
okay.
only in our state, and as the bill indicates, that the World Health Organization and the World Economic Forum shall have no jurisdiction or power within the state of Alabama. And this bill would further provide that no rules, regulations, fees, taxes, policies, or mandates of any kind from either of those two organizations would be enforced or implemented in our state or any of the political subdivisions of our state. It's just preemptive to stop the things that they are working on that we believe are detrimental possibly in the future to the people of our state.
That's hard for me to understand, Representative Mooney, in that we would want to know and understand what's going on in the world because we are noted for being at the bottom and behind on everything. So is this putting us in a position to be a little bit more ignorant in the world?
No, ma'am. It's responding to negotiations that are going on to put unprecedented power to declare whatever the Director General deems to be actual or potential public health emergencies of international concern and to dictate what must be done in response to his declarations.
One other one, I'm gonna be through. Let's say if an epidemic broke out, something that would benefit us greatly to be involved in. I'm just thinking about that. What?
So may I?
Help me.
So what this will do is, it will say they can't mandate us to do anything. They can make recommendations, and we can do it. Our government will be in control, but not this association that's from out of the country.
Okay, so if it was a medical emergency, what you're saying to me,
It does
it would
nothing
be
nothing to limit our government from doing that.
In any way, it just limits the international groups.
Right.
And with the conjunction of the World Economic Fund being involved with the digital currency things they're working on, which could very well end up causing many people who might not agree with some of the things they would say or dictate, you could end up losing the right to your bank account or things of that nature with the things they're working on. And this just simply establishes our state's authority over our state to work with our public health groups and so forth.
Do we have a motion?
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Representative Mooney, you referenced a commission. Was it the Sovereignty Commission? What was
I'm
that?
sorry, which commission, ma'am?
The one you referenced.
Commission. I referenced the, you're talking about the Sovereignty Coalition? That's just
right,
a
the Sovereignty
a group of
Coalition.
people who've come together trying to protect American sovereignty and the sovereignty actions that are underway for May the 27th with the World Health Organization and in conjunction with the World Economic Forum and what they're trying to do, we see them to be detrimental to the possible future of our people in our state.
Okay.
Okay, we have a motion by Representative Butler, second by Representative Kirkland. All in favor say aye. Any opposed? As amended. Thank you.
Thank you, committee members. I appreciate it. That does put the amendment in conjunction with what the Senate passed out of committee
Yes, sir.
yesterday.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Okay, next up is HB 382 by Representative Paramore, and you can carry that from right where you're at, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chairman and fellow members of the committee. This bill, and it does have a substitute, but the substitute was only technical in nature, so I'll go ahead and describe the substitute. But it's basically making the procurement process more efficient. Currently, if a state agency bids a contract, an entity has 14 days to file a protest. This would narrow that down to 5 days to file a simple letter of protest, and then gives them another 7 days to formulate a protest, and it just shortens that time period down. But it updates and modernizes the vendor disclosure statement, and basically changes the threshold from $5,000 to $25,000 for reporting, and it allows our vendors to file a comprehensive form annually rather than every time one is awarded by a state agency, especially our universities and our 2-year system. So with that, Mr. Chair, I ask for a favorable report on the substitute, or to adopt the sub.
Okay. Do we have any questions on the sub? Okay, sub's just technical in nature. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, and
And with that, a favorable report on the bill as substituted.
okay. Yes, sir. A second by Representative Butler. All in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And HB 367 is the same bill we passed out of here last week as HB 4. I just want to pass this out of here this week just to get it out of the committee, if you don't mind. If I can, any questions? Say, have a motion by Representative Butler, second by Representative Shaw. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we are adjourned. Y'all be careful and be safe.